because once this, I guess once everything kind of like settles down with the market, you see Bitcoin is up, the Nasdaq, the Dow is up. When you see all these things being up so much, it kind of gives some type of like where's the top and what's
Yeah.
going to happen, what's going to bring it down,
Yeah.
and in that recovery there might be that K-shaped recovery where, like you said, everyone kind of starts in the center, but
Mm-hmm.
it splits off where you have people on the very bottom, people at the very top, and then wherever that center was, you'll still see a divergence from it. Like, some might go up and then some might go down.
Mm-hmm.
So like a lot of what Fitz, myself, Yannick have been doing is making sure that we protect our downside with a lot of our trades, and doing these research prior to the market opening for the week has helped us, particularly with last week. Last week being the first real trading week of the year, we did pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Fitz, is there a stock that you want to mention first that you traded this past week?
I ride Mara until Friday.
Oh, Mara. We love some Mara. Mara is the best right here.
Yeah, I ride Mara until Friday.
See, I love me some Mara too. I totally wish I got in on it, but it was already too late when I saw it. As you could tell, I put in my trend lines and everything, but I was like, yeah, I just can't get in. I it was already too late. Um, so
I
Fitz,
was
where did you end up getting in at? Like you were holding, because you were holding this like I feel like it was before the change of the year.
I no yes I was in like from 10 and I jump out and I jump back in at 12 and then I think I jump back in a little bit higher than that and I ride it all the way up. But when it reached so far up there, I was sort of I wanted was to keep it forever, but
Right.
it was too tempting to watch it to, to leave the profit there. So I decided that I'm gonna it's better to take it. And the next one of the reasons because they when they came out and talk about this stimulus thing Friday,
Yes.
when this one of these Democrat come out and talk about he's not sure that he's gonna support it, and then S&P drop right down. So this is what has been keeping the S&P up. And when I heard that, I decided that, and I saw it came down. So everybody started to come down. You say, you know what? I better take some profit.
Yeah, that's true. I think that was
Friday,
the
Friday afternoon.
that was the House of Representatives from West Virginia, I think.
Yeah,
It,
one of these guys, yeah,
you know,
say that one of no, it's from the Senate, man. It's from the Senate.
oh, not from the House. Oh,
No,
okay.
not from the House. So, they don't have an extra person in the Senate,
Yeah.
so he said that he's not sure. Yeah, the way they get it on the news, the news kind of twist it and turn it.
That's
He
the truth.
got it twisted, and after that, no, I jump out. I had this one, PACB, PACD,
PAC.
CD.
Oh yes. Okay. Okay. I remember this one is. I remember this one. This used to be like $2 or $3. Why is it at 22 cents now?
You know what? It's a genomics, and it's gonna
P.
go right up to about 100.
Oh, PA.
CD,
D is in dog or B is in boy?
PACB, I think PACB.
B. B is in boy.
Oh yeah, PACB.
Okay, that one makes more sense. Okay,
Yeah,
like I could see you
PACB.
trade this.
Yeah,
This one makes a whole lot more sense.
yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think I actually had this on my watch list from before, and I that was another one I just never could find a position on, and I would always miss it. So how did you end up finding this?
Is is the generics thing there, the gene thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I joined this company CML where they give you like a software where they you log into their software and you can look for stock for option whenever it reach a certain criteria. I
Mm.
did it for a few months and I remember one time I went into a little secret spot on the program, and they were telling that you could sign up for that program where they could give you some more insight on some of the things that are the rich guys are buying.
Right.
And the time EDIT, the stock EDIT was like anywhere between seven to $10 right there. EDIT, you can look at it, and it talks about the future and about that is one of the stocks for the future, and that is not. I think that is maybe about less than a year ago.
So, when you have the stocks that are like, that is like, they're so focused on the genomics, right? Like,
Yes, yes,
it makes it so much easier
yeah.
for us to know, like, hey, this stock is going to do well, or, because it's, when we're dealing with vaccines and viruses right now,
Mm-hmm.
everything is using on some type of genomic plate. Even though it's not mRNA where it's making the proteins directly, it's still doing something that will contribute to a healthy individual in some way, shape, or form.
Yes, based on what they're saying with the genomics, they will easily better able to identify disease in less time and able to deal with it. So
Mm.
when I they said that all I need was to do was to pay a little extra, and I could join that group where as soon as those things come up. But you see, I'm the kind of person I don't like to jump in things if you because I don't want to get involved in any secret groups. You know them kind of way.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
I don't know about I don't
little,
want to.
little back things that you have no idea about, and
Yeah, see,
then you tied up into it.
even though it was legit because I was on the thing, CML.
Mm.
So I say, you know what, I don't want to join, and
Well,
so
CML, I'm not 100% familiar with that. So, do you want to elaborate what CML, like what it stands
no,
for?
let me tell you what they say first, then me go to that. So
Okay.
during this I listened to this person, they having a discussion, and he was talking, and he was saying that EDIT, you can put it on your screen,
You
EDIT,
said it was was it ED?
EDIT, EIDIT is one of the genomics. And he mentioned that this stock is gonna be very big. That time it was between $6 to $9 somewhere there
Hmm.
because of the genomics thing.
Correct.
But at that time when he mentioned it, when I look on it, I didn't have the experience that I have now because I didn't even have this platform. So um, I didn't pay it much mind because I was moving much. But look at it now; it's about almost 6 times of what it was when he talk about it.
Yeah, it looks like it's about to retest its previous high.
Right.
Uh, yeah.
So now after he mentioned that, and I was I be, I watched this program and it was talking about after I found out that this one slipped me. I missed this one. I watched this program and they were talking about the genetic thing, and they were showing the stocks that are in the space. This so EDIT is one, Crips CRISP is one.
Oh, that one does with the CRISPR.
Yeah,
What is
CRISPR is one, and another one in the space too. But
Yeah,
all of those were like two scripts. How much scripts you put it in now?
yeah. The CRSP.
Yeah, how much
It's
is
at
that now?
193 right now, but it seems
Right,
like all of them actually, if they're not, testing their all-time highs, they're shooting up higher anyway, which makes me believe.
right. So 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 this is something to all. PACB is like the cheapest one out of all of them.
Right.
And we were talking about the potential to go right up like EDIT because EDIT has gone up about 6 times when the guy spoke about it and I didn't pay it much mind. It has gone up 6 times, 6 or 7 times more than that now
Oh, wow.
in such
Yeah.
a short while.
So,
So
and it
I
doesn't seem like they get affected by the vaccine news as much as like Pfizer has and Novavax
yeah,
has. Like,
disease on a whole. They and so I bought a few from last week. So this is what happened to me Friday. This is how blessed I am. It was up, I go up and down, but when it went up from where I bought it from, and just as how the news came out with the guy deciding that he's not sure that he's gonna join this stimulus pack.
Yeah.
Everything started to go down, and you know, it was in some profits, and I say, let me sell it and come back out,
Hmm.
take my profit and run. But just as I sell it, and it came down and stopped, and just like a man said, you know what, jump in back and buy some more. And before I know it, a few minutes after, all of a sudden I heard that SoftBank bought 6% did it, and it jumped up over the $500.
Oh, it went up 6% after you bought back in.
After I bought back in within a few minutes.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
SoftBank, you know this guys, soft company SoftBank?
SoftBand?
SoftBank, yeah. You never heard about it?
No.
Or SoftBank is coming like, or you don't hear that ARC. You ever
SoftBand.
hear
I
about
didn't catch that.
you
What's
ever hear
up?
about ARC investment?
ARK Investment?
Yeah.
ARK Investment, like the actual like investment firm?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so SoftBank is like ARC, but SoftBank is a more
Oh,
type
SoftBank.
SoftBank, yeah.
Okay, my
So
bad.
man, as I bought back in it, SoftBank, all of a sudden a news came out that SoftBank. When I look at and before I even heard the news, I look on the chart. I say, wait, $500 up. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, what happened when I checked? I heard that SoftBank just bought 6% share in it. So if they are buying it, it's on its way.
Yeah, it seemed like banks also have been on the move as well.
Yes.
Um, I was looking at Bank of America and Wells Fargo. I'm not a big fan of Wells Fargo, even though I bank with them. But like they seem like they're trying to come off from their bottoms and go up higher, right? Because this is where the low has been from November. And since then, since I think it was something that that Jerome Powell said in late November,
Mhm.
that the buyback of shares, that
Yeah,
they were
you free them
buy
up.
back shares. Because of that, that's given them a strong momentum. You see, back in November, this was at $24, and now it's at 30. It's $8 a share that it went up. But considering where banks were before,
Yeah.
this would have been a good, nice, solid investment. I think Wells
Hmm.
Fargo is WFC, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wells Fargo. So same thing. You see, it's doing like they all happen pretty much around the same time.
Uh,
Even though Wells Fargo was looking to come up after it gave up his dividends in early November, it still went from $22 to $33 in a 2 month span. So that's pretty decent. You want these decent sized moves where it you don't have to really pay attention to it. So if SoftBank is just moving, and I know that they were supposed to, like, on the New York Stock Exchange, weren't they supposed to go IPO in this upcoming year?
no man, SoftBank is like yeah, it's a possibility, but the point that I was trying to make is that if SoftBank buy a 6% share in this, that means they know that it's gonna be big.
Right.
So what I'm saying to you, this is not an option trade. This is a stock trade. So if you can get some, it doesn't matter how much. If you can get some, because if look at the category, crypto is like 100 and something, and you have another one up there. It's like the four of them, and this one is the cheapest one right now, and it's doing very well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is not something that is gonna disappoint you. It's gonna be it's going right up there like with Edith, because it didn't take more than a few months to be basically 6 or 7 times it changed. That was like anywhere between $6 to $10
Yeah. So these are these are really good stocks to
to
definitely
hold.
consider. Uh,
Yeah,
put
to
into
hold. This is not an option. If you want something to hold, this would be a good one.
I
Does-
would
does-
I would definitely have to wait. Personally, like for those who are like just who are on and don't know like much about trading or a trading platform, anything like that. Actually, if you don't know anything about a trading platform, like you could unmute yourself and please definitely ask a question at any given time, because knowing or seeing what a trading platform actually looks like is that's the whole purpose of doing it on Zoom, so I can be able to have like-minded individuals so that we can all see what a chart looks like, and then we can be able to find good places on the movement of a stock to get in on and then be able to profit. I think a lot of times people just have they have Stash, they have Robinhood, they have some of these like handheld online brokers, but really don't get a chance to see the trading platform for its totality and see where you can actually buy, because sometimes you end up buying at the top and not really knowing, because the actual platform that you might be using on Stash or Cash App is just giving you a price and you're just taking it, versus seeing where the stock is trading on the actual wave of its history. So when Fitz is mentioning CRISPR, it shows like that it has been moving. And a big thing that we've always mentioned, every time that we come together, is that there's a 5 EMA or 9 EMA. This is the exponential moving averages. The green line that you see is an exponential moving average. The teal line is a simple moving average. And then the red line is a 200 simple moving average. These are all moving averages, are lagging indicators. I always have to bring that up. Like the only thing that can tell you how a stock is trading in real time is price action. Price action is the actual exchange between the buyer and the seller, where some shares, options, or whatever that might be exchanged is happening through price action. Price action is influenced by volume. If you have a company that's not trading any volume, it can be highly manipulated, versus a stock that has sufficient volume. You can see that there is opportunity for upside
and a lot of interest in it.
And a lot of interest. And when you have a lot of interest, you have a lot of passive investors who they just place a price, and then once their price is hit, they're either in or they're out, right? Because they know that they have certain price points that they want to maximize their own gains, right? But the very first and foremost thing before we go any deeper is that you have to have some type of strategy, an idea of where a stock is going. Just because someone like I'm in NIO, I'm holding NIO.
You have some good news, man. You're gonna be good tomorrow, but even if the market go up, you're gonna be good.
And that's the thing. I never want to put myself in a situation where I always think even though the charts, everything tells me this is going to be a great move, right? But at the same time, just because they came out with news with NVIDIA, I don't know what else that could happen, right? I expect
something good.
Trump could put White House on fire, and because of some nonsense, I don't know. The market has been ignoring a whole bunch of other stuff anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But the biggest thing is just, even though that you see these indicators on the chart, that's what I'm getting to, is that the moving averages will always be lagging indicators. Your MACD, which measures momentum, lagging indicator. RSI, which measures the relative strength, also a lagging indicator. But the TTM squeeze actually, it shows that that kind of correlates with price action in real time. So when you start to see that the volume is moving in a certain way in the pre-market, once the market opens, if you look at the TTM and see on which my laptop, if you see on this yellow line, the zero line, where the green and the red is all like consolidating right here, once it starts turning green, typically once the market opens, if this x-axis is still green and the histogram is still teal, 9 times out of 10 is going to continue to go up higher. I should say probably 8 times out of 10, right? Because not all strategies are flawless. So so I still have to keep that in mind. And pre-market, there could be a big sell-off, and because of that sell-off, it will cause the stock to go higher once the market reopens. But there could be a whole bunch of action happening in the closed market that I don't know of. So that's why, I, even though we're going to use these indicators and we're going to use it to kind of analyze certain stocks, we still also want to be mindful that, when we come up with any type of certain strategy or an idea, that we take, all considerations, the downside and the upside, into consideration. That's what I'm getting at. So that was my 2-3 minute spiel. so let's go into these stocks. So what are we looking at now? Like, what are we?
Could I quickly ask what trading platform you use?
Yes. Great question. This is Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim is a free trading platform provided by TD Ameritrade. And because TD Ameritrade, I'm a big user of it. I absolutely love it. Fitz uses it. I think Yannick uses it as well. It's one of those platforms that it could give you insider education that you probably wouldn't even know. And because my laptop is running a little slow right now, it'll probably lag because I'm using the Zoom and it's whatever. But at the end of the day, you can go onto the website, you can go onto the education tab, you can answer all the questions they have. And what's really cool about the system is that it gets as smart as you do. So as smart as you get, it gets just as smart, right? So it will still ask you questions, high level questions that'll keep your mind sharp when it comes to actually trading.
And then, do you day trade at all, or are you more of a swing trader?
I was swing trading towards the end of last year, and it was working for me. And then the market started to act a little funky just because of what was going on in the politics. So I prefer to hold long term if I can. If I can hold more than a week, I'm happy because I don't have to worry about that stock. But if the chart tells me that this is a day trade and you can take profits on this day trade, then I will take it. So it really depends on what your plan is when you enter your money into the market, and hopefully that answers your question.
No, you did. Yeah, I'm just wondering if we trade similarly or not. And we actually do, because I day trade and then I have some that I'm holding. Some stocks that aren't so sketchy, so say.
Right.
But sometimes you'll get those sketchy plays with high volume and low floats, and you're just like, okay, let's see what happens this morning.
Well, can I say something?
Yes.
Yeah, the good thing about the day, every trader have a little day trading in them, but if the thing about it is that if you buy a stock, especially you mentioned the low float, and you see go up to a certain amount, for to reach a certain amount, you're supposed to hop out of it. There are some that you can marry. Some is just a one day thing, and some you can plug. You can marry to plug. This one in plug.
Some
plug.
of those, yeah, I do. Plug power.
You can marry to plug. That's one. You can marry to that one.
Yeah, you can marry that one.
Yeah, you can marry that one. But the others are just one night stand.
Of course, yeah.
Low flow. You just go up. You just go up, and you go up, and you hit your target, you up right out. Because it's gonna go up and come right back down.
15 minutes tops.
Yeah, boom, and that's it.
Exactly.
So all of us do it. There are times when you buy something and you just go boom like that. So you just come out, you just hop out.
That's it. To know.
Mm-hmm. But plug is the kind of that is the future thing. So there's no stopping it. If you come back for a little day, you're gonna continue go up. A lot of investment, a lot of pumping.
I'm gonna look for a pullback on that.
And the worst thing about it, I owned that stock when it was $3. I owned 200 of it when it was $3.
See, now that's tough because you watched your money.
God. I have it for months. I have it for months and it wouldn't move. It wouldn't
Sorry.
move. And as I sold it there about 2 weeks after, when I look, it was like about $7. But
Sorry.
yeah, thank you. I gave the Jermaine.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you know the little short girl at my place there, the short dark skin one there.
Yes.
Sometimes you come there. I gave her and she bought it from $3, and man, she has been dancing all the way.
I know she's
Because
happy.
she married to it. She said she's not letting it go.
It's unbelievable. $50 a share.
And not only that, she started to buy option on it, and it working. All those two big jump that jumped last week, she bought option on it and catch
Oh,
it.
so she did buy the options. Oh, wow. That's awesome. I
That's
like
wonderful.
that.
That's wonderful.
Sorry about my laptop or my platform is just kind of like the shut down on me. I've had it on like the whole weekend. So I guess it's like, hey, like, can you reset me, please? So so give me
Everything
a
needs
second as
sleep.
it pops back up. But like as Fitz said, yeah, you have those stocks like Plug that can run and you don't have to worry about it.
No.
And I know there has to be another Plug out there.
Yeah.
And do you have any idea which ones? Or that popped up on your scan? And once mine pops back, or once my platform comes back up,
and not only plug in.
sure.
You see this one that name HARP, APPS, something like that. You know
APPS,
this one?
right? Yeah.
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 I owned it when the thing was $3 the same way.
It was $3. Thank you. It wasn't it $3. It was literally $3, and then
I
all
owned
of
it
a sudden,
and I owned it for months, man, and that thing would never move. And I'm saying, you know what? Why am I tired of my money in this? Because this thing not going anywhere. And so as soon as I sell it, one day I wake up, I sell most of it and add a little bit. One day I wake up, I see it jump like about $5, and I say, you know what? I'm taking my profit and come out of it. And before you know it, look where it reached $50.
that's crazy.
That's very unfortunate.
So crazy.
It's very painful. You don't want to see that on your watch list at all because it's too much pain to look at it and know that you had it before and lose it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
I watched that happen with BLNK.
Ooh. I think Yannick, if you're on the call, like I know he has a great experience with BLNK.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, real quick, it's noisy back here, so that's why I'm not saying much. But with BLNK right now, I love it. Like I'm with Fitz. Like anything with EVs, green energy. If you could get in, get in. And I'm thinking long term this year with things like that. But yeah, BLNK was great. I love BLNK. And with EVs, what I've noticed is that even though it's overbought, it still has like some type of shelf life, like, you know, with green energy as well, like CLSK, I made money on when it was overbought. I made money on Mara as well. And even though LI as well, you know, they were overbought and it still carried. So to me, it just shows the confidence that people have and people really, really want to get into this green energy and, you know, and then and everything else, making the with pollution and everything better. So yeah, even with the pullback, whatever, we could get in. I think I'm more confident in that, in holding long term. But yeah, it's a great stock, great stock.
All right. So
All I see is upside.
okay. I found this one. This one is PLTXF.
Give me a second. My platform has not loaded yet. That's why you're looking at internet page, because it's like it was trying to load it like 3 or 4 different times, and I don't know why.
No, maybe you need to take off Invis, man. Take off just come off Invis for a little bit, and you know, just focus on the one platform and see.
Yeah, I already X out of FinViz. That's what I'm saying. Like it's just taking its time right now. I had no idea that FinViz uses so much power.
Yeah, so much of
when
your internet.
It's like wow. Like,
so this one here, PLTXF. That's the one that's gonna compete in the future with Beyond Meat. PLTXF.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on my laptop. I'm so sorry.
You said B as in boy.
No, P as in
P.
Paul.
Okay.
L
PL.
T X F.
Okay.
XF.
Yes, PLTXF.
Plant X Life.
Yes. So
Oh,
this one
is a
now,
new
this one
IPO.
now, you just buy that one, buy a few, and put it and just leave it. Just forget that you have it.
Oh, it just came out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just buy that one and forget that you have it. It went up about $30 and it went up about 30 how much it went up? Let me see.
About $1.
Friday, it opened at 210. It went up $34 on Friday.
$34. Hold on, what's the ticker?
What are we looking at here?
PLTXF.
TXF.
P as in Paul. P.
Yes.
Right.
L T X F. Plant Life Income.
Yeah, mine says it's $1.30.
Yeah, that's what I'm
so
trying
it
to
went
figure
up.
out too.
It went up $34 on Friday. Friday gone.
How so? 34 cents. You mean cents?
Sorry, man. Cents.
Yeah,
I don't say. Whenever you hear me say dollars, I mean cents. I mean cents.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
I was just hoping I was looking at the right one.
Yeah, 34 cents.
What's even more funny is I tried exiting what's on his screen, thinking it's on my screen.
Yeah,
so
I don't know why my laptop. First of all, my bad, brother. Like, please introduce yourself. Like I said, my name is Jermaine. You're speaking to Fitz, and Yannick just jumped in. Like, what's your name, bro?
My name is Hussein.
Yes.
Hussein Turfa.
Okay, Hussein.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice meeting you, Hussein.
Nice meeting
you guys as well.
Mm-hmm.
Jermaine, I follow you on Instagram.
Yes.
We met through if you remember who I am.
Yeah,
sure you remember now.
Right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I use E-Trade as my trading platform. So TD Ameritrade was pretty similar. That's why I asked earlier.
No, the TD Ameritrade. Which one of the platform you use on TD Ameritrade?
Say it again.
E-Trade Pro. Is it E-Trade Pro you use?
Yeah. And then I use Webull sometimes just to look at charts, and then I use Stocks to Trade as well.
Okay.
Oh, how do you like Stocks to Trade, the platform?
It's not bad. I always get the trial, and it seems like I don't know. I feel like I need it on a bigger screen. I'm using a 13-inch laptop, so like everything feels so congested and small, and I can hardly see the charts.
You need a 40-inch, man.
But yeah, I know. I'm setting that up slowly.
Yeah.
I do this part-time, and I paint houses. And I work in construction and stuff as well. So
okay.
Nice. That's what's up. When you sound well-rounded, that's always good. It's always good.
Yes. So this one here now. I watched this guy on YouTube. His name is the bow tie guy there.
Who's that?
The bow tie guy.
A bow tie guy on YouTube there is the bow tie guy that he used to work in hedge fund and all like that. So he know the criteria what they look for stock. If you go on YouTube, you will see his name Joseph Ho. Joseph HOGUE, something like that. He's a bow tie guy.
The bow tie guy.
Yeah, that's what he called himself. Bow tie guy. Joseph Ho.
I'm not going to jump around on my platform because I already know, like, if I'm tempted to go to FinViz. I'm going to be very tempted to go to FinViz and get more information. So Hussein, I don't know if you go anywhere to, like, what websites you use to get information, but FinViz, I think Tim Bowen typically mentions that a lot. I don't know if you use, Wall Street Journal or Bloomberg or anything like that, but
Yeah, Wall Street Journal. I have that. Yahoo Finance, of course. And then I'm always on his live trades. And then I'll read up on news on the stocks that I watch in the morning to mainly day trade. Because I mainly day trade now, and I'm just trying to build my account.
yes,
And I slowly am starting to swing some trades now that I have more capital, more buying power. I'm not holding more positions, so I can work and relax and make money.
big money, right?
You know, but before I was so focused on day trading and just trying to figure that whole thing out, and I finally got that down. So now I do both. Now I'm balancing that as well as working construction, which takes up a lot of time sometimes.
Exactly.
So,
Working any job outside of the stock market definitely takes some time because you're always thinking about what type of trade you could have made.
exactly. You got that right.
And I'm over here like
I always tell my partner that too. Like, we just worked for this much, and I could have made that in about maybe 2 hours if I sat down and took it serious.
maybe 3.
Maybe less. So it's like it puts things in perspective, but it's definitely the goal to get enough and master this to where I can quit that now and become a full-time day trader.
Agreed.
And obviously hold positions that would be smart, but full-time day trader. That's the goal.
See, and I like that because you're moving with clarity, and when you move with a clear mind and clear objective, like the only thing you can really achieve is success because you know what the end goal is, and now it's just creating that process to attain that goal.
Yeah, take it day by day now. Just try to stay as present as possible, really.
Agreed. Touche.
So what kind of crypto plays are you guys looking at? Because Bitcoin took a big dip, and for sure it's going to open up at 48,000 again by tomorrow morning.
Bitcoin did dive down.
Yeah,
it hit 35 and it pulled back up real quick.
Yeah, let me see.
And as we speak, actually, it's going back down, really.
Yeah, it's at 372.
Yeah.
371. But it moved fast up and down. Moved very fast up and down.
Well, it was bound to come down, but as far as it was bound to come down just because of the fact that it was up so high. See, I didn't even when we started off this meeting, that was one of the very first things I said. It was going to be because it's so high, it has to come back down. That was another reason why I didn't want to hold on to Mara.
That's why I jumped out of Mara Friday.
Yeah, that's why you got out, which was smart.
Yeah.
I was like, when you said that you got out, I was like,
yeah,
good. But as far as crypto, like I don't really play anything crypto. Only unless it's on the stock market. I will put money into Bitcoin or Ethereum, but outside of those two, I really don't mess with anything else.
I meant, excuse me if you misunderstood me. I meant like on the stock market, so crypto related plays. So maybe like blockchains, like RIOT, Mara, FTFT. Was there anything else you guys know about that?
You have another one named GT something, but this was a 4-letter GT something. I don't remember the name, but that is the highest one. But I just play Mara. I just work with Mara.
Really? You stick to just Mara?
Yeah, Mara was the one who was lagging behind, but it took speed last week. It did very well. So I ride it all the way up and then jump out. And I wanted to come back down a little bit before I get back in.
I think for me it was CLSK. This one really did it for me.
Yeah.
Trading the options. So I was in it like right around here, and I know I got scared on this day. I was shitting bricks, but on this day, this is where I sold, and I knew like it was already overbought, and that's why when Yannick was mentioning anything being overbought, once it crosses here, it gets me scared because I know it can go up higher, but I also know there's a potential pullback. Like if you look at the overbought or the RSI and the candlesticks, and then you try to match it up with the squeeze, like there's days that it's still going to pull back. Like on this day, it pulled back, but everything still says it's a go. You know, so sometimes these indicators work, and like on this day, it worked. They said that hey, you know, it should be pulling back now, but there's still a little bit of buying that's happening, and then it pulled back even further, right? So this is that whole TTM squeeze who's saying that. I'm not sure, you know, if you ever seen it or been aware of it, but it is very helpful. But at the same time, there are times that when I've seen when a stock is overbought, you know, it could give you misleading direction, saying that
Yeah,
it could
so
be higher.
I don't use that many indicators, to be quite frank.
I agree.
Yeah, I just go based off price action and volume and float, most likely. And then, of course, if it has news and market cap.
Which is the bare bones. Really, that's all you really need. Once you know where the supply and demand zone is, then it's easier to pick out where it's support and resistance is. But you're right. I like the indicators because it provides that extra, you know, like confirmation. Like I just need that extra, like, okay, now is a good time to buy.
As you speak,
Yeah, I'm learning all this now, so. Say it again, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, as you speak, Bitcoin is going up, but you can see it on your platform right there on Germain. You can just click B, just go up a little more and you can see it. Go on the side to your right, go to your right, right. No man, same on the same one they click to put in the letters. Click on that one there.
Which one?
The same one I put in the symbols in. Click on that.
Okay, yeah, I'm already there. What's up?
Put a slash on BTC. Bitcoin futures.
The slash?
On the BTC.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's the one thing I'm like, how do I figure out what Bitcoin is again? Like,
yeah, that's Bitcoin you're looking at there.
Yeah.
Slash BTC, you said Bitcoin futures, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's near support right now at that 36,000.
It just bounced up. I'm on the daily and it's hold on, sorry. It's on the 5 minutes.
I wouldn't be surprised if it came down lower.
It came down lower. It just made a nice little bounce up a while ago.
I'm talking about below 37,000.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if it came to like 35 at least. At least if there's no like positive news or some institutional somebody trying to get in on this to help build it back up, then yeah, I could see it pulling back.
It came down. It was way low, and it got a while ago. It was like 370.
Oh, you mean
while we were talking, I was looking at it was 370, and it ran right back up to the 376.
Oh, 37,600.
Yeah, it was 37,000 a while ago.
Yeah.
While they were talking, and then it run right back up.
That's where we are right now. Like that's where the arrow is pointing at. It's pointing at support. That's where it is on this hour.
Okay.
Because every candlestick represents an hour on this one.
Yeah.
And it shows that it's there. And I'm not saying that it will go down, but there are signs that say that like this TTM squeeze that says that the next hour could be another red candlestick, and it's not oversold yet, but it has a little curl, but I can see it like still trying to test, but this is previous support. So you know, we will see. Like, you know, that's when you wake up and you're like, oh, okay, what happened last night?
It's usually how it's been with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
It did touch 35 though, or even 34.
You mean today?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on support.
Yeah.
And it's on support now, as you said, right? That's support there. So it bounced up the support right there a while ago. Touch it 2 times. So maybe one more touch and that's it.
Yeah.
Well, I still think the crypto related plays are gonna keep going up.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
I don't
It's
see them stopping.
the
anytime
sentiments
soon.
is high. The sentiments. So I know Jermaine like to watch the RSI, but when the sentiment is high, RSI don't matter. Because it can stay up there for days. It can stay above the 8. Look at plug. Because the sentiment is good. RSI,
No, that was the same thing with TAN.
yeah, the sentiment is good. The RSI doesn't matter.
I'm not saying that, hey, it's going to continue going up. I'm only saying that because that it is up so much, there might be a time that you might want to. When do you start thinking about taking profits? Because that's the thing. Because no, for real. Because
Yeah, that's true.
people are
That's
gonna
true.
be sad when they wake up and they're like, I just bought Bitcoin and it tanks 11%, and because they just thought it was just going to go up and up and up and up, and it's like
No.
never had a strategy on taking actual profits. Like
Oh,
you don't make any money until you actually close the trade. So
okay.
that's where I always like, when people they say, yeah, just write it, and like write it to where.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
what's the trade plan?
all right. So I don't see Bitcoin as something to marry to. You just hit it when it come down to support like this, like a bunch of the support now.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go up to a certain amount, you take your cash out and wait until it come back. Boom again. Because everybody taking profit. As people think they reach the target, they jump out. There's no special place for them to hop out. They just want to know that they reach the target, they reach a certain amount that is reasonable to them and they're out. But I think there's a lot of institution involved in it right now. You're
And
getting
there
a lot
are.
of institutional support.
And I don't blame all these institutions trying to get into Bitcoin either.
Yeah.
But even the banks are into Bitcoin. We have
Yeah.
Morgan and everything like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
being married to it right now probably is not, going into tomorrow, probably not the best idea just because it looked like it's trying to come down. But long term, like Hussein is saying, like, and even Yannick said, is we said it for the past couple of weeks. We see this moving, but I really only see 3 stocks that are related to crypto that actually has some type of movement or that momentum that Fitz was mentioning, which is Mara, Riot, and Clean Spark.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of those 3, it's hard to really gain an idea of what other stocks could move, because I feel like all the other crypto related stocks are like on the OTCs, they're like or on the pink sheets.
Okay.
But that's me, like I don't know anything else really. Like that's
There's FTFT.
FT, yeah, that's one too.
FT.
Let me just.
FT, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I day traded that for like those 2 days that it ran like crazy.
yeah.
I know that for sure.
Yeah.
But if it holds us a little support, wait, I'm gonna pull this up real
Right.
quick.
It
Around
consolidated on the 9 and the 10 and the 9 period there. So if
30-minute chart.
if we go up tomorrow, it's gonna go up. If crypto is up, I mean Bitcoin is up, it's gonna go up.
It looks like it has support at like around $6.
Yeah, yeah.
And if it can break $8, or I'd say like 850.
Because the high is 1121.
Yeah, just about 11.29.
If it can crack 885, it can cover that 11.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
It,
what I
it
see.
and one of the funny thing about it, Mara, when Riot and the other one was going out, Mara was the one who was lagging behind, but I still hold it. I was wondering what happened. But man,
true.
last week it like got some fire at the tail there, and it just move it.
Yeah, something started moving Mara like it was
Mara
nothing.
last week,
It was
yeah.
like, it was like, yeah, we're gonna keep on going.
So this
I
is the one that
remember
is left
having
behind
Mara
now.
at 9 and 10, and I letting go of it. Riot around 12, and I let go of it when it pulled to 10.
Mm.
I was like, okay. So,
Yeah.
well, obviously, it was all learning. It was all a learning process for me. So, I
All
am
of us
fairly
is
new.
learning, my friend. All of us is learning.
Yeah.
Learn.
This is a forever learning, educating process.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like you will, it was like, remember Fitz, a couple of weeks ago when Airbnb came out,
Right.
and or someone asked if they should buy it, and we were like, not right now, like because we know with IPOs, and when they do have that big hype, those insiders, they're ready to sell their shares once it goes public.
Mhm.
So it's really almost not safe. Like I think Snowflake did the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
Oh
and
yeah, I remember
Lemonade had their shares locked up, and then they finally let them go, and then the stock went up higher.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being in this when it was like below $100. It was like around the $70 and $100 area where I was buying and selling at. But now, once that lockup period was over, it started to go up higher. So you start to see that a lot. But I'm still mad about FTFT because it was been on my watch list and I didn't even get a chance to trade it. VERI, that was another communication stock that I've been wanting to get in on, but it just continues to go higher. And half the time, the only reason why I don't buy it is because of the options. So I know, like, we will focus on crypto, but there are also like other spaces like in technology. Um,
And
yeah,
communication too. Communication is doing well because of the 5G. 5G.
correct.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Actually, there was a stock that I found. I'm looking on my watch list that deals with communications, and it had a nice chart to it too.
I have this one, but it's expensive. CDW.
EDW.
CDW.
Okay, CBW.
That's the D is in dog. See,
Yeah, CDW.
gotcha. Yes.
Good that guy.
I feel like I've heard of this company before, but this does look like it has some upside.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely does. One, it crossed over on my moving averages here and crossed over on the MACD. RSI is slightly above 50. The volume, of course, is still nice and green, and
Squeeze.
squeezing.
Squeeze is going into the yellow right there. I'm on the daily.
Nice on the daily.
Yeah, because it's very good when you're trading, even though they trade and look on the long term. It's nice to
Oh,
look
of
on the long
course.
term. The long term
Yeah,
first. You go down to
I,
the small.
I like to look at the stock's history, of course.
Yeah,
I
Right.
don't just like look at the day and go
no.
for it. I have to see what the hell's going on. How's it
Yeah.
moving?
Yeah.
What's the history of it running
Mm-hmm.
and how it usually runs?
Right.
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah, that's
going
what I
through
do,
and
a
I
lot of
saw this
research.
one here. I saw this one here tonight, and everything it's just crossed the 9 period up there, just cross over, and the MACD just give the first green on the just cross over and give the first green on the zero line there. Everything pointing up, RSI, stochastic, everything.
Yeah, this is definitely a good one. So what's the background on this company, you know?
This is a this is a CW point lift executive and former US transportation executive to the board. I think it's a comment. I just spotted it well before we came on the program. Morgan Stanley adjusted the price target to 140 from 136. I think it's a communication. Let me check on this one here. Let's make sure.
I have two stocks if you want to check these out.
Yeah.
One is 3D printing, DDD,
That
correct?
my friend, I don't want you to talk about that because I heard that one did me the same thing like the others.
Oh, which one?
What do you mean?
What was the ticker on that
DDD.
one?
Triple D. Triple D as
DDD.
in dog.
Yes, that's right. 3D
I
system.
I owned it when it was just as
He's like, my man, I don't want to talk
uh,
about it.
this is amazing.
Oh my god, that's
Yes.
painful, man.
That
So,
break is beautiful. Right over 12. It was like we're off to the
Yeah.
races. Wow.
yes.
You know, 3D printing is a big thing.
It's a
Like,
big thing, yeah.
It's gonna be a hot sector in 2021.
Yeah. And it look like it have some more to go.
Yeah, if this has a third green day or maybe
Yeah.
just one red day, you know, and then stays above $20, then that's a good buy-in. That's a good one for a little long-term play. And then what was the other one? APDN.
AP.
D as in dog. Yep.
I feel like I have
I
this.
have it on my watch list, right?
Yeah, I got this.
I was just looking at it earlier on, yeah.
Good. They
Yeah.
passed. They got some FDA list applied DNA sciences COVID-19 test capable to detect highly transmittable new variant of coronavirus.
Oh, wow.
So it got an FDA listing pretty much.
Oh,
which
wow.
is-
Yeah.
Yeah, that day was pretty wild. I never got a chance to get in. I sort of was just watching, and then like later in the afternoon, I just bought I think around $10, just a small position, just to see what it does on Monday. And if it continues to run pretty wild, I might day trade it or I might hold a few. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that
Ooh.
made a mighty strong move too. Like, oof, $6 a day, you know, on the day. And it did pull back in the after hours, obviously, right? Because that tends to happen. But like it still has that nice news into the weekend, which anything could happen. And then, you know, Monday comes and then it goes to $20.
There
So
might be heavy resistance around 15. There might be like a bunch of bag holders at $15 from July. So
you saying
yeah,
around
this thing has potential to run. Oh, let me mute this phone.
Yeah, I could see the resistance around like 14. Yeah. Probably is this back here? Like what's going on back here? That's 1464, 1470. So yeah,
What's your chart on?
huh?
What's your chart on?
Frame?
Although
What's your time frame?
each candlestick represents one day.
Daily.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because sometimes when I say daily, I know sometimes people think intraday, so they're like on a 2-minute chart. I'm like, no, not intraday, but on
We were
the.
looking about the same thing. Like I was looking at those in July.
Mhm.
Even but you're looking way further back. I see that as well, even $20. Nice. But yeah, let's hope this thing can run again on Monday due to this news. I'm keeping my eye on this for sure.
And they had that reverse split, so I think that definitely inflated the price, or at least changed the price differently. Because you can tell before it was just down sloping until it spiked up because of that reverse split. But that'll be something good to watch too with the news behind it. I like that.
Yeah, so CDW is a cloud management platform. They say it's similar to Microsoft Azure. Cloud managed platform partner with customer to migrate to a full optimized security and high scalability hybrid cloud environment. So that's what it's all about.
Look, so they're in competition pretty much with IBM.
It's very good, and it look very good too. And
I'm with it.
The 52 weeks is 146.94, and it's just at 134. So you got an upgrade from Morgan Stanley to 144. and it looked real good on the chart. So
Yeah, this chart does look really good.
real good there.
Even with the consolidation. I know we talked about the Wyckoff method before, where you have like, some massive downside and then would trade below the 200 SMA and when it trades below the 200 SMA, it's like trading sideways, which is what it's kind of doing, trading sideways before it spiked up, came back down, trading sideways, went back up, came down. So it's like it has that hill, right?
Yeah.
And that's when you're trying to know when it's breaking from after consolidating sideways.
Yeah, but if you look on the hour chart, it's just breaking off the 9. They came right down on the 9 or the 9 or the 10 and just break and start to go back up. That's why it made the last day was $262 up or more.
So like on the hour chart,
Yeah, it came right down on the 9 and just bounced off the 9 right there, going back up. And it went up to 135, consolidate a little, and then came right back down to the 9 to 133, 98, and going back up. That's on the day. That's on the hourly.
right.
What's the day? The day now show you that they show you where they just cross over the 9. The 9 period close above the 9, and the RSI, the MACD just give its first green on the zero above the 0 line. Cross over the MACD, just cross over the 0 line. And I want to tell you, whenever the MACD and the 9 cross over together, it always work out. Or 90% of the time it work out good. Another the MACD and the 9 cross over like that together, and both of them cross together. Let's talk about the 9 period and the MACD cross.
So Hussein, when he's talking about the 9 period, he's referring to the moving average. That's the green line. Like, I typically use the 5. He uses the 9. I haven't seen a big difference in the single digits. Now, if it's probably like a double digit, there might be a difference. But like the biggest thing is that once the stock is trading above that moving average, which is the 5 or the 9 moving average, it tends to go up higher. The only time when it doesn't go higher is that once it starts trading below the moving average, then it starts trading towards the 20-day simple moving average. If it can't hold that price, which are lagging prices, remember, then it's going to come down to the 200 simple moving average, which is typically what we see on this chart here with CDW. Like once the price got over the 200,
up there, look right at the MACD.
Right. Once it crossed here on the MACD and it crossed here on the moving average.
Moving average right there. When you see
both
of them work together like that, that's it.
When it crossed above the 200 SMA, and you still see it like it went higher, like it was overbought. Even on the MACD, you see that there was a cross there on the MACD, but it was, it had to come back down. And when it came back down, not only did it test the 20, which is what it's supposed to do, but once it crosses, it's going to test the 200. And that's why I like using the moving averages, because it gives me an idea of where the price can go on the upside or on the downside. It's not guaranteed it will go there, but the optionality of understanding that, hey, if there's not enough volume and the news looks a little sour, then at least I know where the downside risk might be.
Let me add these. MACD, I see that right here. RSI. Already have that. I use VWAP. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
I most definitely use VWAP when I'm day trading.
Yeah, that's
a great indicator.
That's the thing that the day trade guys use, the VWAP.
That's very important. It's crazy how it happens too. There's actually a podcast I watched with Tim Bowen. Have you ever watched any of Tim Bowen's podcasts?
Yes. I tend to listen to. I prefer his YouTube because you can see the screen kind of, but he still doesn't show his platform like that. But I'll listen to him on what is it called? Spotify.
Oh, nice. Oh, he's on Spotify. Okay, sweet.
Yeah. Him and Steve. What's his guy? Him and the woman.
Him, the woman, and the I guess he's an Aussie or a British dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch the one? Did you happen to catch the one with the market maker?
From this season or from last? Because I didn't see this past season. Last season, I should say 2019, he had a market maker on there. But I didn't see it on 2020.
Yeah, he had a recent one around about 2 weeks ago. So I suggest you both watch that.
What's the name? What's the name? What's the name of the guy?
The name of the account on YouTube is Stocks to Trade.
Right.
Okay.
Stocks, TO Trade.
Okay, Stocks to Trade.
Yeah, it's a little blue icon that says STT.
Okay. What and the topic was the market maker.
So once you go to his page, just click videos, right where it says home, just click videos.
Mm-hmm.
And then just scroll down. It's about 2 weeks ago. It says episode 179, former market maker shares must know in trading. Then I have to click it.
I think her name is Kate Ann. Sheesh.
Yeah.
She's dope.
I forgot her name.
Emotional.
Yeah, I was gonna say she always sounds like she's about to cry. I always think she's about to break down crying, and I'm like, oh my god, is this the moment?
Yeah, it does seem that way all the time.
I think she does retail trader so bad, that's why.
No, I don't even think she retail trades. Like she's so
no, she what she do to us retail guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She feels bad for us.
Just take away a lot of our money, so that's why she cry like that.
Yeah, she's super afraid to make a trade like every time. And like I messaged her before on LinkedIn because we're both Virgos. And it was just interesting, just the fact of like how she wanted to analyze the emotional intelligence of stock traders, because we do go through a whole wave of emotions. She's absolutely right. And if you don't like manage them, you can get lost in it.
Just like regular life, isn't that crazy?
Exactly. Yeah, it's like
all about controlling yourself.
You're right.
Trust me, I was a victim of that in the beginning, especially July. July was one of my bad months. It's sort of what made me like say, okay, it's time to take this serious if you want to make serious money.
Exactly.
It's time to hit the books and time to start learning and consuming it even when you don't want to, like just forcing yourself to consume all this stuff. So that's sort of what I do now. So the reason why I joined this, honestly, I saw your post and I'm like, fuck it, I got nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Might as well do this. Let's learn.
That's what I'll be saying. Like, I think that we all have an opportunity to learn from this. And why not take that opportunity now? Because you saw in the post, it showed like there will be a separation where there will be the haves and the have-nots. And this is that time where that K-shaped formation could actually happen. Like if it hasn't already begun, it's definitely going to intensify a little bit more. But I don't want to get on a grim reaper moment. I was looking at HARP, HARP. I I remember I traded this before, back over here, and I got something out of it. But the biggest thing that I understood out of trading it from before was one, when a stock is below the 200 SMA, not all the time it's going to come up. And if it does, or come up above the 200 SMA, and if it does, it's going to come back with a whole hell of a lot of resistance. So here with Harpoon, I remember them having a lot of not just therapeutics in COVID, but they were doing, I think it was cancer. I'm looking through my notes right here. Yeah. Immune system that treats patients suffering from cancer and other diseases in the United States. So they use a classic of T cell engagers that harness the power of the body's immune system. Um, the only issue that I have with this stock is that there were some insider selling. So even though I like how the chart is kind of setting up and it looks like it's going to go to being overbought, tomorrow it might break higher and go up to 24. That's been happening to me on a whole bunch of stocks that they just run and I'm out early, but they just run like $2 or $3 more. Right? Even though that can actually happen, there's little things like that where you have insider selling that doesn't soothe my soul, to say the least. It doesn't make me happy.
Right.
So even though I like the chart, I don't know if it, what it could actually do. But that I did want to at least share that experience of having a stock trade below the 200 SMA and it gets smacked down. But there's a better one that I have. I think MoneyGram, because since the dollar has been like coming down and people want to use some of this international exposure of the American dollar since it is getting so cheap, that MoneyGram does have an opportunity of going up higher. Um, I like this chart. This chart seems a little bit safer than HARP. So that's why I'm leaning towards it as well. If I use all the technicals, we see that it's squeezing on the zero line on the TTM squeeze. It's not overbought.
What's the symbol again?
MGI. Sorry.
MGI, yeah. I was in and out of this one. The last time it let me down. Yeah, it dropped almost $100, but it looked good now.
It looks a whole lot better now.
Yeah, a little bit better.
Like
I have another one for you guys whenever you're ready. It's much cheaper.
Oh, it's cheaper than $6. I like that. What's good?
It's AINV. AINV.
Yeah, I have that one on my watch list too.
Yeah, that one looked good. That one looked real good. AINV. Apollo Investment Corp.
Yep, I have that right here. Yeah, that one I was looking at for a while too.
Yeah, this one look good now, real good.
The ones that I have checked are the ones that I'm like, these are buys. So that's why if you see it on this side, that's what I'm thinking about. That they're all buys. So you're right. Fits like AINV looks very good.
Looks very good.
So would you end up getting in on this one tomorrow?
Yes, yes. As long as it's green, I'm getting into it.
I was pouring some coffee. I'm gonna go write that down right now. And keep an eye on all of these. AINV.
Yeah, this is a good one.
What does it do exactly?
The float is Apollo. It's Apollo Investment Corp. The float is 65,000, which is typically something that I don't mind trading, but I like the lower floats. Anything under 20 or 30 million, I'm good.
Right.
65,000 or 65 million. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that.
I assumed it was a million. I was like, a 65,000 floater. Where is it at?
Not something worth trading, or at least not being
not something worth investing in for sure. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, the low volume. But I'm totally with this one.
I like this actually. Yeah, I'm looking at the day chart.
Yeah. So in the meantime, you do trading. Don't forget this one, PLTXF. That's a little one there that you guys can invest a small and just leave it. Just forget that it's there.
PL.
It's in the Beyond Meat space. PLXF.
PLXF.
PLTXF. Sorry.
And then PLT, yeah, X, oops. PLTXF. That was the one that was like $1.30.
Yeah, your
Yes.
point life.
And I still like it. It still looks like it wants to break,
Mm-hmm.
further. As long as it holds that $1.20, it's good.
Yeah, so oh my god.
Hold on.
Do like AINV, it's gonna actually fill this gap from its pre-COVID days.
Yes.
Hopefully it can climb back up.
To the 17.
Yup.
Yeah, that's a nice little run there.
Keep on going. I'm gonna go get the door. My buzzer doesn't work.
Okay.
All right.
Like stop working. I have no idea.
They have a little way to go. It's Canadian and it's started to open some stores in America. So
Did you check out what happened to LMFA? LM funding?
LM.
Yeah, LM as in mom. FA had a huge run on the day.
LMF.
Yeah, the company's name is LM Funding.
Yeah, let's see what's going on.
It doubled in after hours as well.
Yeah, it's
Wild
oversold.
day.
It's oversold. It's oversold. I'm missing
Yeah.
information. I know news. I'm checking back on LL. It's a LM. LMFA.
Yeah, it's a NASDAQ.
LM.
I just wanted to get your opinion on it.
All right, it's a LMF funding bank tech unit planned 75 million. Oh, $75 million public offering and start jump. Okay. They plan a public offering. Funding.
So where do you mainly get your news from?
Thinkorswim have its own news here, and sometimes we look on FinViz as well as Yahoo Finance. Financial LFM is there to own by the company. It's opportunities planned to a $75 million initial public offering to fund acquisition in the financial service industry. Okay, so I guess they're gonna sell out some shares to buy some other financial company. So that is why the shares buy that. As I said on Friday, it's indirect plan tech unit LSM acquisition opportunity plan a 75 million initial public offering to fund acquisition in the financial service industry, including the financial technology sector. That's all. And the purchase price on not sure about this, but that's the reason why for the price 113. Price to the price gonna be 113, so I don't know.
All right, I'm back. Oh, which one you're talking about?
LMFA.
Yes.
I was just wondering if you saw what it did.
No, I'm about to look now.
And I want to get your opinion on it.
Woofs. That's a nice. Oh, and it moved after hours.
Yeah, doubled in after hours, I believe.
Sheesh.
Almost.
Have a news there too.
I remember this when it was like back here in the dollars, or not in dollars, less than $1.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Those are not nice memory, man. You can't keep repeating that.
No, this one is like, because it's so flat. So I know that's why I got out, but you never know when this one is going to do anything. Had nice spikes.
Yeah, when they see the squeezing long like that, something is up. They see the squeeze so long like that, something is up. But it take a lot of patience because you don't know when it's gonna happen.
No, you have no idea. None
Yeah.
whatsoever.
They have to just buy it and leave it there.
Oh yeah, this one I just caught it while it was happening.
Okay.
Most definitely. I was running some scans, I guess.
Mhm.
I was looking in the afternoon. I was running some VWAP scans.
Oh, so
I
you
saw
you
this.
bought it aftermarket?
Well, I never got a chance to play this one, but I saw the whole thing happen. My friend, a close friend of mine, got in at $1.60, and I don't know why he got out, and it ran to $4. He was just trying to day trade it, and he thought it overran on the day because it was at like 70 cents.
Okay.
So he's like, "Oh, it's up at $1.60."
This is
I don't know. He was very impatient with it. So I'm just gonna keep my eye on.
because of got you because of the one that you gave up, Fitz, the stock that you
Yeah.
talked about?
In the category there. But there's Piper Sandler's, okay, they downgraded to 125 from 144.
He's referring to this stock. It just came out very recently, in like the past 3 months, and it's supposed to be in the next competition to Beyond Meat. So that's what he's analyzing right now. Sorry, I have my friend that just came in from Detroit, actually.
Really, I'm from Detroit.
All right.
Outside
Saginaw.
Saginaw. So
I'm from Dearborn, so close enough.
Are you from Detroit?
Yeah, I'm from Dearborn, so I'm very close to Detroit.
Oh, lit.
I'm like about 5 minutes away from Detroit. It's crazy. What a small world.
Hell
Where are you
yeah.
from?
I'm from Saginaw.
Oh, nice. That's way out there in Michigan.
Yeah, I love some Michigan folks. Like I have a homeboy that practices podiatry out in Michigan. It's I know he was working in Detroit when the whole COVID was like, because they needed more physicians. So he was like, "Yo, just put me in," and he was there working with the whole COVID thing that was starting to pop off in March. So like, mad respect. It's still fucked up what's going on with the water in Flint.
Yeah, and Flint. It's sad. It's sad that they just ignored that.
And this is another reason why I focus so much more on the stock market too, is because I want the money not for like material gains. I don't really care about cars and all that other stuff. There's things in our community that we need that we do not have, and nor did we have even access to. So now that we have this opportunity, like I'm getting mad in my head, like now that we have this opportunity to do so, you know, I feel like we could take real full advantage of it.
Yeah.
Whether it's like, you know, $200, $1,000, what $50, put it in an index fund, put in something to allow that money to grow. Because no matter what, the stock market is always going to move. And we can always find money. But I'm not going to go on my spiel. I keep on talking about this. Like, yo.
It's the future, man. I'm trying to get all my friends on too. They're just not listening. They're taking their time, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Where are you from again, Jermaine?
I'm from Virginia Beach, but I've been in Brooklyn for now 16 years.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been here for,
Okay.
like I feel like I've worked at least 10 different jobs. But I've only done one, which is like inspect restaurants. Like inspecting restaurants have been like one of those things for me that I really appreciate, just because of the fact that people need food. And not only do they need food, they need clean food. So my background is in microbiology. So like a lot of the things that's happening in healthcare, I'm usually like on top of it, but because everything in the stock market now has turned into clean energy, green energy, some type of, you know, fuel cell, it's like my whole mind is kind of just shifted to the energy sector and seeing how energy is going to be played and will it ever run out? You know, like, you know, will we ever run out of energy? Because we're always, you know, because we're always flipping something to the next thing. Like, it's like, oh, that's not bad. So let's do this. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. We're not going to do that anymore. Oh, okay. Now this is bad. Now which, you know, it was like that with food. You know, first everyone said lard was okay. And then lard became not okay because of the trans fat. You know, you know what I mean? So it was like, and it was like, okay, that's not okay. So let's just use butter. And it's like, well, butter is not really okay. Like, so it's, you know, it's always going to be something new, something different. So it's just trying to figure out what it is and why.
And trying to get there before everyone else almost.
Right. That's why that's what we're trying to do, because we always coming in late.
Facts.
Yep.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm hoping that this little one here, I bought a little bit when I'm watching it. I tried to get some more Friday, but they wouldn't let me in. I'm hoping that I can get some more in tomorrow. So
You talking about that plant life one?
yes.
All right. I'm gonna have to keep my eye on that and look at that. Oh, you guys should check out GHIV.
Oh,
I think they're gonna
that one.
yeah, they're gonna have, if they do this merger with a SPAC, I think it's gonna be the biggest SPAC merger so far or something. Let me pull it up, see if I read that correctly.
I like that.
Yeah. Gore Olin.
Gore's old holdings, correct.
Yeah.
So I bought me some just to hold a small position, just to keep an eye on it. But
yeah, it has. It's trading still over there. The 9 EMA, so that's good. I, you know, like Fitz, how you feel about it?
check out the news on this,
Yeah, news on that. Gore Olin share I've seen companies
because they're gonna have a SPAC, and you guys know SPACs are hot. SPACs and IPOs this year are just popping.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna merge into UWM, United Wholesale Mortgage.
Okay.
Simulation. The combined entity will operate under UWM and go by the ticker of UWM. Yeah, so once it actually officially merges, the ticker GHIV will then become UWM. Gore's raised 425 million in its IPO, which it is investing in UWM, along with an additional 500 million raised via private placement. The deal means that at its close, the combined company will have an equity value of approximately 16 billion, which to date will make it the biggest business combination for a special purpose acquisition company.
Is that on Yahoo Finance?
Yeah. And I think Gore's, let me see here, it's 2004, take a public, sorry. So I guess they also tried doing SPACs with Laser, you guys remember Laser, LAZR?
Yes.
I remember it ran a little bit. And TWNK.
That's dope. I like that.
So
Laser is, I remember Laser still has some upside if I remember correctly. Luminar Technologies. Shoot. Yeah, because it is one of the EVs, right? LASR or LA?
ZR.
Yeah, right. Okay. I had it right the first time. Because there was another one that's LASR. That is, I think that was a semiconductor, if I remember correctly. Because I can't go to FinViz because I don't want my whole computer to slow down.
Yeah.
Like I'm like
take up a lot of space.
Yeah, that's my like prime source. That's where I go there first. I'm
FinViz.
Like, yeah,
FINFIZ.
Yeah, FINV.
V, yes. IZ. I know Yannick left. He was trying to shout everybody out. I was looking at the message he texted in the group, but you know, uh, he's also been one that like grew his account from like low $50 to $2,000 in a matter of weeks because he saw the pattern. It was just finding the discipline,
Mhm.
and that's usually the hard part is finding the discipline in all the
Yeah.
trade.
To keep whatever you get. That's that's the thing.
Right.
And to follow your follow your trade plan. That's another important one. That's where the discipline comes in. Okay, this is the website. See, I definitely was not on the right website earlier.
You say you weren't?
No, I went to FinFizz.
Oh. Sound like a soda. Sound like
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Sound like
It's like a new brand of Fago. Let me check out GHIV and see what they say here.
What was the stock that was the one that's going to rival Beyond Meat?
That was it was PLTXF. Yeah. But like I said, I'm only holding 2 positions. NIO, I mentioned that earlier. This is what NIO looks like. Still has some upside. LI, I'm holding LI. I actually bought in on that Thursday. I bought it on 2 different accounts. I sold it when it first opened up on this day and on Friday, and then I held the other position. I held it because I want to trust the technicals. That's the only reason why. I'm holding a negative position now. I'm probably down like 50 or 60. I usually don't like holding negative positions, but I'm trying to, this is where that whole patience thing's coming into play. And, I hear Fitz. He said, let it run. And I'm like, yo, you're right though. Like on this one, like Fitz, I hear you all the way. This one can run further. And correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, it looked good. It looked good.
It still has some sideways that it needs to go through.
Yeah. It's LI, you saying LI?
LI. Yeah, that's another EV Chinese maker.
Yeah. But this guy keep on mess around this Chinese thing, and some news came out that he's gonna. And that's the only problem. That's the only problem there.
It's very scary holding Chinese stocks.
Yeah, that's the only problem with this guy here, man. They keep on messing around.
China said they're not going to listen to any of the not the restrictions, the sanctions. They weren't going to like they're just going to disregard them. Like whatever America says, we don't really care. I saw that before doing yoga. I was doing, and
Yeah.
I was like, shit, I got to see what that's about now. I got all up in my.
They know that this guy gone insane, so they're not paying any more mind. After what he did, they know that he gone cuckoo.
Yeah, that's the only, and that was the only. That's what I was referring to earlier about NIO. See, I'm glad I totally forgot about that news until you mentioned it up because I was like, yo, on Monday anything could fucking happen, even though the technicals say that it can go up. So like, you still have those positions. Like, I'm glad I sold some of my NIO position, and I still have a little bit still hanging on, but you still. It's whatever the news can say, but I'm holding on to LI. And if I get into a trade, it might be MGI, it might be MoneyGram right now.
So I was holding CRIS, CRIS, and I got out of that around the 29th after the second red day, and I knew it was consolidating. And if it broke 9, it would rip, and it did. So that's one to watch.
Nice.
a little, but I know there's also a better one. I think this guy named Alex or something mentioned this as a long-term hold. VUZI, VUZI,
VUZI.
and it looks like it's consolidating right
Yes.
now. So
Oh shit! Wow, they're at $9 now.
yeah,
Wow. You see, I was buying them when they're in the 2s and 4s. I was selling them.
really.
Yeah,
Oh, one of those, huh?
yeah. Like I bought it over here, or so yeah, I bought it and sold it over there, and same thing back here. But wow, I knew they had some positive news, but I didn't know it was making a rip like that.
Yeah, I think some guy on Twitter or something said this is a long-term hold. He's holding this long-term.
Because of
I know
their
Tim Bowen mentioned it, so I sort of looked into it,
Hmm.
but I just kept my eye on it, and I was like, "Ooh, this thing is really doing this right now." I know it's holding support around $8, so that's one to also keep your eye on. I'll have to get it.
I knew it was something about their glasses at one point, right? They had
Right? Yeah, they came out with some headband or something.
Yeah, it said here that on the 4th it said that they have some engine from major US defense contractor, something there.
Yeah.
Phase 2, they have reached phase 2 delivery is one engine to major US defense contractor. So I don't know.
No, that's what it says. Leading supplier of smart glass and augmented reality technology and products announced it has completed its phase 2 design, development and delivery of a customized.
Customized wave guided base headroom display engine to major US defense contract.
Mm-hmm.
So as you talk about that, I saw this one CTEK.
Yes, I have that on my watch list too.
I have a few of that one. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that you're right.
CTEK. Yeah, that one have a got a nice contract too.
Yep.
So that they announced approval to perform work for 300,000 supplier to defense industry base, significant expanding addressable market. So
Mm.
even though the big announcement don't move a whole lot yet, so I guess they're waiting for other people to get impatient, like what they do us with plug and all of those things.
Yep.
And as soon as it come out, then they put the rocket behind it.
Put the rocket behind it.
Yeah, like what they do us with DDD. The day they announced something good about DDD, it went right down.
Crazy.
Because what these guy does, they spend $1 million to bring it down, and chase all of us guys out.
Yeah.
And then they buy it up there and they go up. That's what they do all the time. Whenever they know that there's something good about it, they spend a lot of money. I went to a financial class and that's what I heard. Kramer, the one on the one Kramer, the one that came on CBC. He was doing a private interview and they show you. He said because he was an hedge fund manager, he said if they see a stock and they want it, they spend $1 million and bring it down. What a much million and bring it down. Chase out all of us guys, and as soon as you go down, they buy back all of it.
They buy them all up. Yeah.
They buy it all up.
Yep. You should watch that podcast then. You would definitely like that.
You said this is
what that guy
which
what the guy mentioned.
Stock to trade.
Yeah, with the market maker.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He mentions all that.
Mm-hmm.
And how quick, like how much they manipulate stocks. I mean, I don't know how much of that happens now as much as what he was saying, because what he was talking about was around the 1990s and
They still do it.
time. But they still have their ways, especially now with these trading platforms and these brokers. You know, everything is so quick online. That's why you see things like GLSI. Remember that run?
Yeah.
Yeah. Please tell me you guys remember that when it ran.
Yeah.
It ran like to 160 bucks in a day.
That one. Yes.
That's manipulated by market makers, 100%.
I was like,
or they that we talk about.
Mm-hmm. No, you're absolutely right, Hussein. You're absolutely right, bro. Like they manipulate it all the time. I definitely want to watch that podcasts to get insider information. You know, that's always helpful.
Yeah, it gives you it helps me not panic as much when things are moving. So I sort of get an idea now,
Yeah,
especially
what this,
during day trades. I'm like, okay, that's what they're doing. They're
Yep.
trying to scare everyone out, and they're really fixated on the psychology of the stock. So like whole dollar, half dollars, and it's just really wild to see like how they can just scare everyone out. They even like they even get my friend sometimes. He starts panicking. Like, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out. I'm like, trust me, they're just gonna run this to VWAP and pull it right back. Just stay patient. It works about 8 times out of 10, like you said.
so what time frame you do the day trade, and what, you know, when you're doing the VWAP, what time frame?
So my day trade would be anytime after 9:45, depending on if it's above VWAP and if it's heading towards the higher day. And I try to get out. I really try to get out by 11:30, even before really. And then I also do afternoon trading, so I'll try to get back around 1 o'clock and just watch the market. If something's holding VWAP around 1, and especially around 2 o'clock, it starts to get hot. Like the people start coming back in from lunch, the volume starts picking up, and that's when you see a lot of these top runners, you know, the ones that really run in the morning, then pull back
and
and just
break
hold
and break.
VWAP,
Yeah.
and then eventually just break higher days and just rock all the short sellers, and everyone starts panicking, and you just it just squeezes. That's, you know, it took me some time to really figure it out and start to see it, but now that I see it, I mean, it's just really beautiful. Honestly, like about, I'd say last week on no, not last week, on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I was coming home from my trip on Texas, and when I landed in the airport in Dallas, it was about 1 o'clock, and I was like, let's see if I can make some money at the airport. And I opened my laptop, and what do you know? I forgot which one it was. I'm gonna actually pull it up on my laptop real quick. I got me a quick trade. Made about 100 something bucks, really. Something small, but I mean, it was nice, you know. Just based off that pattern. I didn't even look at the company name or nothing. Just I saw the pattern, I recognized the volume and the float, and I was like, this has to be squeezing some more. And it did.
All right. So I mean, when I say time frame, I mean 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
I apologize. 5 minutes.
Dude, I still enjoyed that. Like, I still enjoyed it. The story was still like intriguing. Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like to mainly look at 5 minute during the day trade, and sometimes I'll look at the 1 minute. Like I'll have both the charts up,
okay,
just to get an idea. And then I'm really keeping my eye on that level 2 market data and seeing that. Still trying to figure that out more, but that's really what I do.
Yeah, I definitely like the idea of like buying in on the minute chart and then selling also on the minute chart. Even though like sometimes the whole year chart will tell you that there's more upside and you don't have to sell, but sometimes it's just good just to sell it at the top and avoid any other volatility, wait for it to come back down. And like you said, you know, around 2:30, you know, people start jumping back in, you see that there's might be some support, and then you jump in and you ride the wave until the next day. Like that's
exactly.
That's a good strategy.
Especially if you're day trading, if you just really like don't plan on holding it, you know, or even trust the company. A lot of these are just sketchy companies with some press releases or something just to get their price up, or it's a lot of shady stuff on the inside too.
All right, so this one here, RESN, this is my final one for the night, RESN. This one is one that supply parts, some form of the parts for Apple for the phones. RESN.
Yes.
So this is no pump and dump. Something to watch.
I remember this one.
RESN.
I remember people used to try to short this like the short sellers will always bring this one up. But now, like, you know, with the good news, and it's overbought now, but it looks like it still has some upside.
Listen, I was watching it Friday, and I'm saying that I'm not buying because it overbought and it went right up. It just stay right up there and continue to go up over a dollar. I didn't want to get in, and I'm watching. I'm saying to myself, I'm sitting down, look at it going up, and won't go in, and it continue to go up.
Especially, it's going to go up. Like that one is like you have to chalk it up to like you missed it at this point, 'cause once it pulls back, like it's going to be heavy. Only unless like that news is really strong. Does it come with money on top of it? That would be a good movement for RESN too. Like at the shipment volumes. Oh my god! And the volumes 6 million. News. Doses of self-forming gel depot pepper. Oh, you said RES as in Sam, N as in Nancy?
Yes.
They're doing something with Apple?
Yes, they supply some of the parts for the phone.
Oh.
That's what I heard.
What traded RESN? So I found the stock that actually did trade. If you wanted to see what I saw, but we can do that after.
What's that?
NCTY.
Ooh, I remember that. Nice.
It was a big runner.
Hell yeah.
So if you go to the 6th, if you, I don't know if you.
I'm zooming. The 6th of January.
January.
Right on this day.
If you can, is there any way you can get the 5-minute sticks on those?
Yeah.
You can see actually at exactly 1 o'clock, it perked up and we actually.
Alexa, increase
your screen for me.
It's NCTY.
Yeah, the company's name is The 9 Ltd.
Alexa, increase the volume to 5.
NCTY.
Why you want to be a bitch today? Say NCTY. So you said on the 5 on the 6th.
So if I was
this day. I'm here with you.
Yeah, that would be the day right there. That first one you looked at. Yep, right there to the left.
Maybe I'm not getting the symbol right. MCT.
N. Y.
N.
N as in Nicholas.
Okay. I'm putting in M.
M. I apologize.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. I saw this one last week. I had it on my watch list too.
It is?
Right. So if you see at exactly 1 o'clock, the volume started coming back in. Because from about, I would say about noon, or maybe 11:40, 11:50ish, it started going down. The volume started going down.
Okay.
And the volume jerked back up around exactly 1 p.m. And you could see that big green candlestick come in.
Okay.
I don't know if Jermaine is there. I wish he can zoom that in, but he can do that.
No, I'm about to.
All right, fine. So when I saw that, and then the next 5-minute stick break that high a day, that's when I knew. I was like, okay, This is
Cool.
creating new highs. If anyone decided to short this on the day, they're panicking right now.
Oh, they're gonna
So
come
I would-
out, so it's gonna go higher.
Yeah, and that's where you see that squeeze. That
Come on.
nice 20 minutes going to 16.
Mhm.
Oh, so you bought it on like in the after hours?
No, during the market open. So to the left, see where that first black square, yeah. And if you go to 1 o'clock, if you can zoom into that day actually.
Go to the, got you. Yep.
And right at 1 o'clock, you'll see the first green candlestick jerk up.
Right.
Mhm.
And
Out
that's
of
when
this
the volume
right
starts to pick up. If you look at the volume starts to pick up there.
Good.
And then that second candlestick, that 10th minute pretty much, you see it break the high a day, creating a new high.
Yep.
So that's when I know psychologically all the short sellers are panicking right now. Like, what's going on here? Especially people coming in from lunch saying, "Oh, this thing is up." You know, like there's some idiots out there who just look and like, "Oh, this thing is up. Let me buy it." And then that's where you get this nice run for a good 25 minutes of it squeezing from 12 or 13, let's say, to 16. You
Like
know, and that's
22.
what I look for when I day trade.
Yep.
Just for that little confirmation. Then I would probably just get out, really.
When it crossed the
Make
VWAP, right?
Yeah, it
make
closed
$2,
serious on
$3.
that, but it was still going up. Like the next day, whoever traded this at 4 in the
Yeah.
Any of you guys trade aftermarket or before market in the morning?
I
Nah,
don't actually.
I used to. I would get like a lot of spikers in the morning and sell it at 7 in the morning, like the minute that the pre-market would be open on Thinkorswim. But I was like, I'm tired of doing that. Like, like
But it worked. It worked.
it worked, but waking up, especially like I was on the West Coast at that time too, like waking up that early to make sure that the stock doesn't tank afterwards because all the short sellers are piling on because they're like, oh shit, what the fuck happened during the pre-market? Like it gets tiring. That shit. So I'd just rather that the market open. If I can catch a day trade, I'll catch that day trade. But if I know that there's a position that I can hold for a couple of days, I'll let it rock.
So do you have to apply for that on Thinkorswim?
What for the 4 a.m.?
Here for the early morning.
They don't do 4 a.m. at all.
What time they do?
7
7 in the morning?
7 a.m. Correct.
So do you have to apply for that?
No, that comes with your account.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't.
If you put when you make the trade and you put it on extended, like EXT,
Yeah.
then you'll be able to make a trade in the close hours.
I didn't know that, man.
Yeah.
So
You
so what
both use
about?
Thinkorswim?
Say that again.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm pretty
I
sure you
did.
could do that with E-Trade as well.
No, you have to apply on E-Trade. E-Trade is different from the other platforms.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah. I did, and I had to apply.
You have to apply for 7 a.m.?
You have to apply for aftermarket.
Mm.
Yeah. Then I think this one that we use is way better than E-Trade.
Even if I have a cash account?
I had a cash account then and I had to apply, so I don't know if there's any changes
Okay.
there or not.
I mean, honestly, I don't really trade after hours or pre-market,
I was going to put it on here, but I was trying to.
but I would love for after hours. After hours would be nice. I'm gonna actually
Okay.
look into that and apply.
So yes. So Jermaine,
Yeah.
where do you click do the aftermarket? Can you show me on the screen where do you do it?
Yeah. So when you place a trade for, oh, well, that's probably not going to work. Let's go here. So I go to the level 2. So let's say I'm just buying this, whatever. If you go to
No, that's not where I'm asking. I'm asking where do you put it on the where do you click on that you can do it on? I'm not talking about level 2. I'm talking about
Yeah, the actual trade, like to make the trade during the after hours. Yes,
you
I
don't have
went
to
to
click
level
it,
two.
you don't have to click anything on the top there where it say watch list, chart, pool, whatever up there to do it anything because my platform says futures, but I can't trade futures. I have to apply. I'm
Oh
just saying.
well, futures. I don't know futures, so I can't speak about the futures. I
No,
could
but
speak
I'm
about.
saying there is you can you just click on it like that, or you have to go to a special place to sign in or click aftermarket and like that, something like that.
No, once you put up your trading order, all you have to do, like that's all I did. I just picked up a trading order. Um,
On level 2, click
yeah,
level 2.
I didn't have to use the level two. I just made it easier. Like I could have just like went to the regular just where's how else would I like I would probably go to active trader maybe and
Mhm.
like hey I want to price
Okay, just like that.
like and then I can edit the price to whatever I want. But once you have the price to whatever you want, like you don't have to pick what that market maker has. If you want to get that execution right then and there, then
Yeah.
yeah, use what the price of what the market maker has set because you're comfortable with that price. But all you have to do is just change the day to extended or extended good to close. Sometimes I'll use extended good to close just because I think that one just easier. But either way, like it's extended, so it's you
So
get the opportunity to trade in the after hours or
how do you guys deal with the PDT? Because I have that issue.
I don't.
My account is not big in a big on it's not big like that it on Thinkorswim. So
So my way I've been getting around the PDT honestly is I have a cash account because I did get restricted for using unsettled funds.
Mm,
But I also read something about what an actual day trade is. And if I read it correctly, if your profit is less than 6% of your account, then it won't consider it a day trade.
huh.
If I read it correctly, I'm gonna relook into that. But like I really like started looking into E-Trade and then I just started typing I started learning about my restriction and I really wanted to see I wonder if my account is still restricted actually. Let me look. And I wanted to see what they would consider a day trade. And obviously it's buy and sell the same day.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
when I read some
If you do
about
that for 4 days straight,
But yeah, like if you can't have more than
4 days within
three.
5 days, something like that.
Yeah, so like, but that's kind of weird because if you have more than 6% of the money that you're risking, then it's not considered a day trade. Like that one sounds confusing. Like
that one, I had to read it like 10 times and I still
yeah,
didn't understand. And I had my homie read it. I'm going to try to find it exactly.
yeah,
Just so I can read it read it out loud, see how and get you guys just as confused, honestly.
yeah.
Understanding pattern day trading.
That one's
If
tough.
I'm a day trader, I'm gonna read it right now.
That one's tough.
Right here. If you make 4 or more day trades in a rolling 5-day
Right,
trading
5 days.
period,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
you will be considered a pattern day trader under these rules. However, if the day trading activity does not exceed 6% of your total trading activity for the 5-day period in question, your account may not be designated as a pattern day trading account.
So if you make big money is a problem. If you don't make big money, you're okay. That's what they're
Yeah,
saying.
pretty much.
Yeah, it sounds like they want you to keep on trading as long as you don't like
As long as you don't make a big money.
that's
Just don't close no $10,000 trades or $1,500 trades or something.
that that Yeah,
You
that's why
know,
I don't
you know,
really use day trades. I like I still have like all my day trades. Like most of my trades, they're like held from the night before, and I was just like, oh, okay, I guess you know. I try to not use day trades because I don't want it to be stressful. I just want it to be where, like, if it hits a certain level and I know it can go further, then I'll just sell into the meat of the move, as Tim Syke would say. The sell into the meat of the,
Mhm.
like,
Yep.
the day
Yeah,
trade.
that's what I'm trying to practice as well. It's just swing a lot more. In the
it's
beginning, I was very emotional with it.
yeah,
So well, that's all part of the learning process.
yes, it's a part of the process.
So
And,
far, I'm having a great year
yeah,
Likewise.
in these 6
likewise.
days,
Mhm.
whatever.
Before we wrap it up, man, because I want to continue talking about this stuff. You know that we could talk about this like forever, but need to start getting ready for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty long weekend, but I've definitely loved the conversation. Let's keep this going. Obviously, Hussein, thank you for jumping in. Last week we
Yes,
had
thank you for
another
having me.
guy that was in, so I will see if he'll be able to jump in for next week, and it'll be at 7 next week instead of 8.
Yeah, I had my friend in here as well. His name was Jed, but he had to leave a little short. He was in here earlier too. I don't know if you saw
Okay.
his name. So I'll try to have him back too, so we can learn a little more.
Sweet.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, of course, man.
Good. Like, I knew there was something dope about you when you hit me up after the Tim Bowen live stream. So that was dope.
Yeah, yeah. I forgot exactly what happened, but I remember some dude was just like, probably I think he was just talking a lot of shit. So I just said, uh, I think I just talked a little shit back, saying like, "Yo, mama," and you're like, "That's my brother." I'm like, "Oh shit." Well, I didn't mean to do all that. So I definitely
I was fucking
maybe
around.
follow. I know it was funny, but then what's crazy though, I was just like at that time I was just getting into yoga.
Yes.
So then I clicked your account. I'm like, who is this guy? So I clicked your account, and the first video I saw was you practicing yoga. I was
That-
like, holy shit, okay. It's crazy how like right when I'm getting into yoga, I'm running into people who trade and do yoga. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna follow this guy. I'll learn some yoga. I actually tune into some of your community. I watch those videos of after a while, you know what I'm saying? Not live really, but like every once in a while I'll tune in and see how you teach your yoga classes as opposed to the yoga instructor I have now.
I'm still developing my voice. So like whatever I say, just I hope it lands and it does resonate in some way, shape, or form. So like, and that's just how I speak on a regular day. So I think that's what even connect us more on that live stream, just because it was fluid, you know.
Yeah.
And that's dope, man. So that I would love to continue to keep this dialogue open. And
Oh,
Fitz,
yeah.
same. You already know what the deal is. Like we
Yeah.
message each other about run during RUN during the week. You mentioned
EMPH, man, that went up about $40.
yeah, ENPH. So
Yeah.
like that was another one too that like whew, it just made its money. Like even in the pre-market, you see at 4 a.m, someone's trading that bitch. Like what's going on?
The
But yeah,
NPH.
Yeah, it was like 20 something dollars when I on the morning when I got up.
sheesh.
It's in the
Wow.
clean energy space
Yep.
too.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah.
So we have
That's nice.
some really good minds in here, and we're going to continue to build and really make this money this upcoming week. Like with not just like chasing the profits, but really chasing the process. Like just knowing that
Mhm.
there's a specific process that has been successful thus far. Stick with it and keep on building that bread.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm for
What
it. There you go. So let's link
what
up.
was my man? What was my man's name here? Galaxy S5.
Oh, oh,
Oh yeah. So
I never got his
Quasi-
name. It's-
I like that. I like that.
what's that?
Galaxy.
Galaxy. Galaxy is
That's
up
all,
in it. That's Fitz.
that's
it's
all
me.
I see is Galaxy S5.
Yannick, that's my boy too from Brooklyn. And Quasi, he just came in from out of town, came back from, from your way to this way.
Mhm.
That's funny.
Thank you. Man. Like, it's always good to see a shining brother that's doing stuff out in the community. He also teaches yoga too. So saying,
Okay.
if you ever look on Quasi, look, it's Hey Quasi, Quazzy on Instagram.
Hey, Quasi, Quazzy.
Yes.
Okay,
And
yeah, I'll check them out.
Running River Collective is like a collection of us that are like that do meditation and things like that. And Quasi, he's like a big spearhead of this. Like this man, like, when it comes to really getting folks, like centered, like, like spiritually and being present mentally, and not just like for yourself, but for your community, this my mind is on it. So that's why, like, I have like I will like always speak good graces of this man. Like this man, like he's younger than me, and he's like a teacher. And this is a proven case where like people who are younger than you will always learn from.
Mhm.
Because
Right.
my mother would be like, "Oh, you can't learn nothing." I'm like, "No, yeah, you can."
No, you definitely can. Yep.
Promise.
I learned a lot.
I believe it. Trust me. My painting partner is 47, and he tells me all the time, he's like, man, you're teaching me stuff, man. Teaching me how to stay calmer. I'm a hothead. So I believe you can acquire knowledge from anyone, honestly. Age is just a number.
Yeah.
That's
All
cool.
right.
I'm gonna check them out.
Uh-huh.
My none of my pictures are updated, so I don't really use Instagram like that, but I definitely use it just for the entertainment and the knowledge purposes. Not the
Okay.
whole, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what it's there for. But it's
That's true.
supposed to be there for.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, don't let it consume me, man. Like the rest of my generation.
Facts.
Okay.
It's been real, guys.
All right,
I
Jay.
appreciate the time.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Yo, until next Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. See
All
you guys. Good luck next week.
All
Luck
right.
tomorrow.
Yeah, man. All the best.
right.
All right.
Take care,
Good night.
brothers.